Richard, what the hell is going on? I just came home to see some random woman waiting on the porch only for her to tell me that she's pregnant with your baby and that you're leaving me for her? Richard?
What? In case you can't tell, I'm actually dealing with a really bad situation right now, so I don't need you yelling at me as well.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know, when my husband's pregnant mistress confronts me on the porch of my home, I thought that perhaps I would be able to actually confront my husband about it and get some answers. How silly of me. I should have known that you would just instantly go to that random woman's side and that you would expect me to say nothing at all.
Look, it's not like I planned for this to happen. I never wanted you to find out, especially not with Tracy coming to the house to tell you that she's pregnant with my baby. I mean, how bad does this make me look? All the neighbors will know and they'll start gossiping with whoever they can find. I'm gonna look like a complete moron for getting my girlfriend knocked up whilst I'm married.
Oh no, what a shame. I honestly don't care what you planned, Richard, or whether or not you wanted me to find out. The fact of the matter is that apparently you've been cheating on me with this woman, and now she's pregnant.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to sort out. I'm trying to fix everything so that it doesn't interfere with us.
Oh, there is not an us anymore. That ship sailed the moment you decided to go and sleep with another woman.
What are you going on about? You're my wife. We're married. You have to stay with me.
No, I really don't. I'm in the process of looking up how to get a divorce right now. I want nothing to do with you anymore. I mean, you think you look bad to the neighbors? I'm the naive idiot who didn't know her husband was cheating on her until his mistress literally shoved it in my face.
Well, I mean...
There's no getting out of this for you, Richard. We are so over.
You can't do that. Only the man can make that decision, and I'm not letting you get a divorce. I simply refuse. I won't sign any papers or anything.
Well, Richard, it's a good thing we don't live in the 1950s anymore, isn't it?
1950s? God, Sophie, there's no reason for you to be so sarcastic. I'm not trying to be rude to you, am I?
Refusing to sign divorce papers and trying to keep me hostage in a relationship with you? A cheating, selfish asshole? Yeah, I'd call that being pretty rude. But it doesn't matter. Even if you don't sign the divorce papers, I could just take you to court and have them end the marriage.
They wouldn't do that, would they?
If there's due cause for them to end it, yeah, the judge can legally terminate a marriage. And I think the fact that you've cheated on me and it's resulted in a baby with the other woman is a good enough reason for the marriage to be ended.
God, all you do is keep going on and on about that stupid baby.
Because that baby is proof that you've been unfaithful to me. And just FYI, probably not the best move to call your unborn child stupid. It really doesn't show good parenting skills.
I don't care. This is my child, not yours. I don't understand why you're getting so upset over everything. It's none of your business.
I think I'm allowed to feel angry and upset at the fact that I just discovered my husband has been cheating on me. And none of my business? That's laughable. This directly affects me and Kiara.
That's another thing. You can't divorce me because we have Kiara. We can't expect her to choose between her parents. It's not fair to her, and I'm not rearranging my schedule on a weekly basis just so that she can come and see you.
Well, you've not got any reason to worry then, because our daughter has chosen to stay with me.
What? You told her what was going on? How could you do that? Are you really that petty that you'd manipulate my own daughter against me?
I didn't tell her anything. Your girlfriend wasn't particularly quiet when she came to confront me, and Kiara was able to hear everything through the front door. And considering she's 13 years old, she's old enough to decide for herself what's right and what's wrong, and who she wants to be with.
So, that's it? You're not even gonna tell her my side of the story?
What is your side of the story? You cheated on me. That's it. But if you want to try and talk to her, then you can. You are her father. Just don't be surprised if she doesn't want to talk or listen to you. Just because you're her dad doesn't mean you get an automatic pass to act however you want. Kiara knows that what you've done is wrong, and she will deal with you how she sees fit. And if you even think about trying to guilt trip her or put any of your wrongdoings onto her, then you will have me to answer to. Do you understand?
What are you, her prison guard?
I'm her mom. And I will protect my daughter from harm, which includes emotional harm as well.
Well, she's gonna have a little brother or sister soon, so you can't stop her from meeting them and forming a bond with them.
Of course I wouldn't do that, if that is indeed what Kiara decides she wants to do. I mean, it's not the baby's fault that you and your girlfriend are both idiots. The child never asked to be born, so there's no reason to blame it for everything. This mess isn't the baby's fault. It's yours.
Well, maybe if you actually bothered to give me some attention every once in a while, this wouldn't have happened. Maybe I wouldn't have gone looking for someone better, someone who will actually treat me right, instead of you who's only interested in your stupid job and Kiara. How about showing your husband a little bit of love, huh?
Oh my god. You sound like such a toddler. I told you that my job would be taking up a little bit more of my time at the moment, as I have just been promoted. As well as that, Kiara is our daughter, and so she deserves attention and help, as being a teenager can be quite difficult. So I'm sorry if you felt as if I was ignoring you or whatever, but that isn't a reason or justification for going behind my back and sleeping with someone else. If you truly felt like that, then you should have talked to me. I mean, how could you do something so horrible to me?
Well, I mean, is it really that difficult to understand why?
What do you mean?
Fine, I'll spell it out for you. You're just so incredibly boring and dull, and that would be okay if I was actually able to use the money you earned to go and do whatever I wanted with it, but you spend it all on stupid things, like the house and your car and Kiara. There's never any left for me to have fun with. So, I mean, honestly, what kind of idiotic man would I be if I didn't go and find my own entertainment, free of charge? It's really not that big of a deal. Lots of men do it. You really should have seen this coming.
If you hate me so much, why did you bother agreeing to marry me in the first place?
Well, I thought that maybe you would rise in the ranks of your job to a high-paying position, then I could have the lifestyle I want, but even though you've been promoted, I still don't see a single penny of your wage.
So you were literally only with me for the money?
Yeah, pretty much.
You are seriously unbelievable. After everything I've done for you, I have worked so incredibly hard to build a home for our family, to earn the money needed to make sure that we never went without anything. Being a good mother to our daughter, who means the world to me, being a good wife to you, and yet you decided to throw it all away. And for what? Some quick night with a cheap woman? Well, fine. You can live with that mistake. Me and Kiara will live our lives free of you, and I will do everything I can to make sure Kiara never feels unloved.
I don't think so. Kiara's my daughter too, so if I have to fight you for custody, I will.
Well, you'll be in for a big fight then. I'll happily take you to court over this. I guess we'll have to see what happens. Until then, you can move out of my home. I'll keep Kiara here as it's a more stable environment than whatever random girl you end up with.
I don't think you're keeping the house. I am.
Actually, I'm the one who has been paying the mortgage and all of the bills. So it's actually mine.
I don't think so. The courts will definitely side with me on this one, especially considering I'll have custody of Kiara as well. You know, being a man and all, they'll know that I'm the better choice for Kiara to be raised by. They'll let me keep the house so that she doesn't have to move, and you'll continue to pay for it.
You really think they'll do that?
I'll certainly push for it. I know that.
You're a horrible man, and I can't believe I didn't see it before. All those years trying to please you and make you happy, and you couldn't have cared less about me. Do you even care about Kiara at all? Or is she just some sort of prize to be won to you?
Of course I do. Anyway, let's face it, you're not the brightest crayon in the pack, are you?
Huh?
I've been cheating on you with Tracy for at least 4 months now, and you didn't even notice. It's kinda sad, really.
4 months?
Yup, that's right. Tracy just gets me. Better than you, anyway.
Whatever. I don't even care anymore. I'll put all of your things on the sidewalk at some point. If you want them, you better be quick to get them.
You can't do that! That's my home!
No, actually, it isn't. It stopped being your home the minute you cheated on me and betrayed Kiara.
Oh, whatever. I'll be by later to get my things. I suppose the one good thing out of all this is that I finally get to be rid of you.
I feel exactly the same way about you.
Ugh, whatever. Just know that this isn't over. The courts will decide who gets custody of Kiara.
Then I'll fight as hard as I can to try and gain full custody of her. She'd be better off without me than you and whatever woman you decided to be with that week.
Whatever. I got a pregnant girlfriend to deal with right now, so I'm done humoring you.
Seriously, Richard? It's been 3 months since the divorce hearing and since I won full custody of Kiara, and you have yet to pay me a single alimony check? Kiara is your daughter as well, and you have a duty as her father to help out in raising her.
I don't care what the court said. I'm not giving you a single penny. I need this money for my new baby that Tracy's having. Do you know how expensive babies are? There is no way that I can give you money for Kiara. Besides, Kiara's 13 now. She doesn't need me babying her. She's old enough to be fine without me. And anyway, you wanted full custody of her, so you should have to raise her by yourself.
Seriously, Richard? You're just going to abandon your daughter like that? How could you do that to her? Kiara is still your daughter. Don't you love her?
Of course I love her. I just don't have time for her right now. I've got other things to deal with. My new baby is gonna need me to be a good father.
Kiara needs you to be a good father as well.
Blah, blah, blah. I don't have the money to give some to both Kiara and my new baby. So Kiara is gonna have to just get by with whatever you're able to earn. Got it?
And is that seriously how you feel? That's what you're going to go with?
Yes, it is. So just get over it already.
Fine. But don't say I didn't warn you.
Oh, I'm so scared. You're nothing but talk, Sophie. You're not gonna do anything, and we both know it. So just leave me alone and go live your pathetic little life.
Uh-huh.
Sophie, how could you do this to me? You seriously got the police involved simply because I wouldn't give you the alimony money?
Well, yeah, of course I did. I mean, after all, it is against the agreement of our divorce settlement, which means that you are technically breaking the law by not providing for your daughter.
But I told you that I can't afford to give money to both Kiara and raise my new baby. Plus, Tracy really doesn't want me spending money that she believes belongs to the new baby, as it's gonna need a lot of things in order to raise it properly.
Well, that's not my problem. Perhaps you should have thought about all of this before you went and cheated on me and got your girlfriend pregnant, huh?
I didn't plan for this to happen.
Well, that's obvious. You're not smart enough to do that. But it still doesn't negate the fact that you need to provide for your daughter.
Look, just call the police off, okay? I can't pay you and that's that.
Perhaps you could use some of that money you siphoned out of my bank account to pay the child support?
Huh? What do you mean?
Don't play dumb. I know you stole from me. So you can either pay me what you owe, or I can tell the police and have you arrested for theft. Your choice.
But...
Look, I really don't have the time nor the patience to deal with you right now. All I'm trying to do is make sure that Kiara is provided for. She's the only thing that matters to me. And just because you got another woman pregnant does not mean you don't still have a responsibility to your daughter. If I have to make sure you fulfill that responsibility, then so be it. So, if the money isn't in my account by the end of the day, I'll be contacting the police and having you arrested, understood?
Fine, I'll give you the stupid money.
Thank you. And just a warning, if you actually want to have a relationship with Kiara, you might want to actually bother to pick up a phone and talk to her. Otherwise, you're going to lose her. See you, Richard. Oh, and don't forget the alimony goes in once a month until Kiara's 18.
Yeah, I know.
Just double checking. Anyway, goodbye, Richard. Good luck with your new baby. I hope you're a better father to it than you are to Kiara. After that conversation, I am happy to say that Richard has kept true to his word and has given me the alimony money for Kiara every month. However, that's as far as his interactions with us go. Whilst I am not bothered in maintaining a relationship with him, Kiara was upset the first few months that he didn't reach out to her and visit her. However, I am talking her through how she feels, and we are getting through it together. She truly is one amazing little girl. As for Richard, I heard that his girlfriend gave birth to a baby boy. However, she is so incredibly demanding and expects Richard to do everything for her. I think she also might be cheating on him. However, their relationship is none of my business. I'm just happy to finally feel free again. Remember, don't settle for someone who treats you like rubbish. You deserve so much better.
Hey, Sleeping Beauty, what are you doing?
Can you stop calling me Sleeping Beauty? I haven't had a good sleep in weeks. I'm very uncomfortable. I'm bloated.
I am not surprised. That's what happens to pregnant women when they eat so much and refuse to exercise. To make matters worse, you just lie down immediately after you eat.
That's not true.
Anyway, what are you doing? The plates for yesterday's event still haven't been washed? Who was going to wash all those plates? Me?
I will do it, but I need a little help. Besides, you had over 30 guests yesterday just to celebrate the car your son bought for you, and your friends messed up the whole kitchen.
What do you mean? Do you want me to get my hands dirty washing those silly plates? That's your duty as my daughter-in-law. Besides, doing house chores is a perfect way for you to exercise. How are you going to get rid of the pregnancy fat if you don't work?
Pregnancy fat? I haven't even added any weight.
But you will. Every woman does. Now get your lazy butt from that bed, or I will report you to my son.
Lazy butt? I woke up at 6 a.m. to make pasta for you as you asked me to. I checked the kitchen 15 minutes ago and you haven't even touched it.
Well, I don't feel like eating pasta anymore. I will make something else. Or maybe when you are done with the dishes and you still have some of that strength left, you can help with that.
What? Do you even care about me? I am 8 weeks pregnant, for crying out loud.
You are my daughter-in-law, and I care. I am doing all this for you. When I was pregnant, I was doing a 9-to-5 while single-handedly running my business. I don't want a lazy wife for my son. Are you washing the plates or not?
Just give me 15 minutes. I need to rest.
No, 5 minutes.
Hey, Peter. Your mom is at it again.
What is it this time around?
This morning, she made me wash over 30 plates.
Why didn't you use the dishwasher?
Really? I told you it broke some weeks ago and you haven't replaced it yet.
Yeah, right. We'll do so.
Can you call her and stop her from making me sleep in the guest room tonight?
Guest room? What did you do? Did you offend her again?
Really? She is the one who offends me all the time. She makes my life a living hell, and it's been worse since I started carrying your child. Yet you do nothing about it.
Mom says you're always sleeping and eating. I don't even believe you washed those plates. She's just trying to help. Can you cooperate with her?
Geez, how can you say that? Anyway, can you tell her not to go ahead with the guest room thing? You know the bed there is bad.
Why does she even want you to sleep there?
Because her friends are coming over and she wants them to stay in my room. It's a very bad idea to sleep on that bed while I am pregnant with our baby. I'm definitely going to wake up with back pain.
You're doing it again.
Doing what?
Using the baby as an excuse to be lazy. I think Mom is right. I doubt she even asked you to sleep in the guest room. I'm having a busy night shift. I'll be back from the business trip in a few days. Text me if you need anything. I love you so much. Kisses.
You love me, yet you don't trust me? Peter?
Go to bed, sweetie. I'm sure you're in my room.
Wow. Just wow. I really hope you don't regret all this someday. Peter, I have been calling you, but you aren't picking up my calls. I'm so scared.
Hey, what's wrong? So sorry, I just got to my work desk.
I think I'm losing our baby. I'm so scared.
What?
Your mom eventually made me sleep in the guest room last night, and I was so uncomfortable on that horrible bed. I kept tossing all night. I just woke up now and noticed I bled a little. I've been calling your mom, but she isn't picking up. I'm having abdominal pains. I can't even walk. Please call her.
Calling her right away. I really hope you don't lose my baby.
Your mom is here. We are going to the hospital now.
Hey, Beatrice. You have been sulking since we returned from the hospital. You should be glad you didn't lose the baby.
I could have.
Well, you didn't. I am sure your sleeping posture caused this. You spend way too much time sleeping.
How could you say that? You spend more time sleeping than I do.
Anyway, what are you doing?
I am on bed rest as the doctor advised. I still had slight bleeding again this morning.
You heard what the doctor said. It's just subchorionic bleeding. Most women still go on to have healthy babies despite bleeding for months. Well, I really need your help.
Help? For what?
Well, I have an event to plan soon, so you need to go to my cake vendor and my fashion designer's shop to check out some outfits. When you are done with that, I need you to get about 15 items from the supermarket. I will send the shopping list shortly.
But all this will take several hours. I just don't have the time to do all of that.
Do you want me to lose the deal? The client is paying $1,000. I will hate you forever if you make me lose this deal.
But why can't you do all this by yourself?
I am meeting another client in an hour. I am going in my car. You can use an Uber to take you around. Call me if you need anything. Don't make any mistakes. Oh, before I forget, come to my room now. I have something you can use to help you stay strong and energetic throughout the day.
What's that?
It's a supplement. My friend made it.
Is it safe?
What sort of question is that? I will never give you something that will harm you. Don't keep me waiting, or I will let Peter know.
Hey, Helen. The music you're playing in your room is very, very loud. I have been screaming and calling your phone. Why haven't you picked up? I'm seriously bleeding. I'm having abdominal pain. Please come to my room now. Can you call Peter? He isn't answering his phone. Maybe he will answer your call. Helen!
Just saw your messages. I know you are trying to scare everyone again. I'm sure there is nothing wrong. I'll be there in a minute. I'm almost done munching these Pringles.
Peter? It's been about 10 hours since I got admitted to the hospital, and I haven't gotten a single call or text from you. I'm really scared. I feel so bad. I can't stop crying. I need you. I desperately need you, Peter.
Stop texting me!
What? Are you really saying this now?
What do you expect me to do? Clap for you? You lost my child, you lost my baby, my first child.
It's really nobody's fault. Perhaps the baby wasn't well positioned.
I got home this morning and my mom wouldn't stop crying. I lost my child and I've spent the last 5 hours consoling my mom. Do you know how hard it is to see her cry?
What about me?
It's all your fault. You lost a child. I'm sure you didn't do everything my mom asked you to do. She said she caught you sleeping on your back so many times. She also said you were not careful when you tried to get up from the bed.
That's simply not true. I am your wife, Peter. I need you to trust me. Your mom overworked me. She made me do so many difficult tasks despite my condition.
Beatrice, are you really blaming my mom now for your shortcomings? Don't you dare. You're gonna make me hate you more than I already do.
You hate me?
Yes, I can't help it. You were careless. If you truly loved me, you would have been careful to preserve my child at all costs.
Peter, just come to the hospital. I understand that you are going through a rough patch now. Let's just see and talk things out. I'm sure everything will be fine when we see each other. I love you so much, Peter.
I loved you too, but now I regret that I ever did.
Peter, I don't understand where all this is coming from. We promised to stand by each other, to never leave each other. We told ourselves that we couldn't live without each other. Think about all the good times we have shared.
I don't want to. You broke the promise when you carelessly lost my baby.
I'm sorry, Peter. Peter? Please respond. Peter, why did you come to the hospital when I was sleeping? Why didn't you ask the nurses to wake me up?
I came to see the nurses, not you. I can't bear to see the face of the woman who killed my child.
Oh my God, Peter, how can you say that?
Anyway, I left something for you with the nurses.
What's that?
Divorce papers.
What? Are you kidding?
That's the most stupid question you've ever asked me. I'm leaving you.
You are going to regret this, Peter.
I don't think so. Every time I think about you, I only remember you're the reason my first child is dead. I'm gonna take my mom on vacation so we can clear our heads.
She is responsible for this. She overworked me.
Lies!
Hello, Helen. I need to talk to you about something.
Look who finally decided to chat me up. It's been 2 months since you and my son got divorced. What do you want?
I think you are the devil. How can you pretend like you know nothing about the miscarriage?
Do I?
Yes, you know very well you caused it. You made me work too much and made me sleep on that horrible bed.
Aren't you over this already? Anything to duck your responsibilities, I see. Now I am tempted to block your stupid phone number for good.
Do whatever you want, but maybe you'll want to hear something first. I finally got my toxicology report today. I finally summoned the courage to go to the hospital and get it.
What does this have to do with me?
The reports show that there was a substance present in my body that caused my blood pressure to rise and ultimately resulted in the miscarriage. That was a supplement you gave me.
What supplement?
You know exactly the one I am talking about. The report showed the supplement contains substances that are unsafe for pregnant women. You must have known this, and yet you gave it to me.
I don't think taking the supplement just once harmed your baby. So what are you going to do?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I am taking you to court.
Ha 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 ha. Silly girl. You don't even have any evidence.
Really? You think so?
Besides, Peter is really going to hate you if you drag his mom to court.
Peter? I'm not sure who that is. Is that an insect? See you in court.
Hey, sweetie.
Sweetie?
Beatrice, my mom is freaking out. She said you're taking her to court? Why are you doing this? Can you drop this case now?
Really? She sounded so bold when we chatted a few days ago.
Well, she is scared. Why didn't you ever mention the supplement she gave you? How could you keep such a thing from me?
You weren't ready to listen. You believed everything your mom told you.
You know what? I am sorry. Everything can still be amended. My mother doesn't have to go to court. We can get married again. We promise never to leave each other. We promise to fight for each other.
You broke that promise, Peter. I'll see you in court in 5 days.
Beatrice.
We already saw each other in court today. Why are you texting me again? You already made such a scene asking everyone to beg me to accept you back into my life. Aren't you bothered about your mom? She's spending the next 6 months of her life in prison. The judge was lenient because she claimed that she didn't know it would harm the baby.
She deserves to be in prison. She'll be fine. Let's talk about us.
Us? There is no us. What kind of man leaves his woman when she needs him the most? What kind of man divorces his wife right after she suffered a miscarriage?
A very stupid man. I messed up, Beatrice. I've never stopped loving you. I really don't see myself with anyone else. My mom even made me go on a date with her friend's daughter. We shared a kiss and it sucked. It was nothing compared to the magical way we kissed. I need you, Beatrice.
Wow. You were busy kissing other women while I was battling depression? Do you know how hard it was to deal with the loss of a child and having to go through a divorce at the same time? It got so bad I almost took my life. There is no going back. We are divorced, Peter.
I love you, Beatrice. The divorce made me realize that I'm incomplete without you. I should have trusted you.
I gave you so many chances, but you never valued what you had.
Let me make it up. I love you.
You only love me when it's convenient for you. That's not the kind of love I want. You left me first when I needed you the most. It's over. I need to heal and move on.
Beatrice, I'm sorry.
Peter kept trying to get back to me, but I made it clear that it was over. 6 months later, Helen was released from prison and she still wasn't sorry for everything that she did. Eventually, I moved to a different city, got a job, and I am talking to a new guy now. He is a kind man. We are friends for now. Maybe in the future something good will come out of it.